The Boston Bruins have just made a very sneaky signing Dans Locmelis out of Latvia, coming from UMass. We're going to be talking about that signing and what this means for the Boston Bruins for the remainder of this season, as well as a leak which may have destroyed the Bruins' plans for the offseason and what a rebrand could look like for this organization. We're going to be talking about all of that here in this video. Very quickly before we get into it, be sure to go and follow the Spotify, the Apple Podcast, wherever you get your podcast, and go and give those a watch. We got them all on there for you. Can't watch these videos here on YouTube. You can watch them on the road, in the car, wherever you need to listen to your podcast. We have them there, so be sure to go and do that. But without any further ado, let's get into this. First, starting off here with Dans Locmelis. I spoke with this a couple days ago. The Bruins have tweeted this out today. Locked up Locmelis. The Bruins have signed Dans Locmelis to a 3-year entry-level contract. Now, this is one that I spoke about, as I mentioned, a few days ago, really putting this into perspective that this could be the first of the college players the Bruins are going to be signing here in this season, and it so was the case. Now, not coming to the Boston Bruins, he's going to the Providence Bruins for the remainder of the season, according to Ty Anderson, as you see here. The Bruins have signed Dans Locmelis to a 3-year deal. He'll finish the year in Providence on an amateur tryout. Now, and as we've mentioned as well, kind of going into the whole Boston Bruins versus Providence Bruins for these young players right now, the best situation is going to be to keep them in Providence. Have them there for the AHL playoffs, as the Providence Bruins have already clinched a spot to the playoffs, as well as just giving them there a bit more experience at a professional level before putting them right into the NHL. And we've seen that so far with Matt Poitras getting sent down, Georgi Merkulov being down there, now Dans Locmelis coming in. A lot of other players have been kind of floating around the AHL, and the plan for the Bruins is seemingly going to be keeping all of these young players there. And if the Bruins make any more signings out of college, I do expect this to once again come here out of this. Now, a lot of people are looking at Dans Locmelis as someone who's not a really important signing, someone who is not really going to be a big impact on any of these teams that he's going to be playing on with the Bruins, but I completely disagree. And although Dans Locmelis does not put up insane number of points, as you see here, going from his team the captain of the team Latvia in the World Junior Championship over the past season there. 5 points in that, 3 points in the one before, 2 in the one before that. And going with UMass this year, having a much better season than one previous, 33 points in 40 games, and the season before having 14 in 30. There's a big part of his game that is way more important than his spot on the ice. As a 21-year-old, coming a bit older now out of the college system and whatnot, he's a very big leader. And this is what this scouting report here has kind of going over what Dans Locmelis brings to the table here for this Boston Bruins and Providence Bruins team. Now, this scouting report does come from Jesse MedScience on X, so go ahead and take a look at that. He has him ranked 4th prospect in the Bruins system. It says, if there's one word to describe Locmelis, it's leader. He never seems to be out of position. He plays a safe brand of hockey that allows him to be effective in all situations. Locmelis is a jack of all trades and a master of none. Player who knows his limitations and takes advantage of his strengths on the ice. Locmelis has shown that he can be a clutch player and someone you want to be on the ice when protecting the lead. He's a good showing for Team Latvia at the U20 World Junior Championship this winter, posting 2 goals and 5 points in 5 games. Now, this Latvia team and this Latvia in general in the World Championship, the World Junior Championship, has been getting much better over recent seasons. And with the World Juniors, he's had a big impact on that, being, as you see Jesse say here, a leader for that team. And having another guy who's been able to really show that he can play defense, you want him on the ice when you're down in these dire situations in crunch time. He's one of these players the Boston Bruins are really going to rely on over the next few seasons, especially when it comes to these moments at games, and especially where we see it this season, the end of games and periods that the Bruins cannot finish off. You can see Locmelis right now get to those roles eventually, and hopefully we do see him take a major leap on this Providence Bruins season, as well as the Bruins next season, wherever he may end up. And I do expect him to be in the World Championships for Latvia this year. I do recommend watching those. If he's on that team, on that roster, I assume he will be. He's going to put up a very good showing there as well, and I'm very excited to watch that if he does get to that position. But now going on to our second topic here, the Bruins have been very much leaked by a CBC report, Canadian Broadcast Corporation, on their news stations, going over a jersey factory. And when it comes down to it, we're looking at a brand new team looking for new team look, I guess we could say, for the Boston Bruins. This report here comes from Aesthetics, I think? Aesthetics? I don't know how to pronounce that, but you see it there. The rumors of a redesigned NHL Bruins jersey were bolstered this week by a CBC report that appears to have leaked their new look. Expect new home and away sweaters to be unveiled by the Bruins this summer. That comes from that, and I seen that a little while ago. I seen the leak, and I was like, maybe they're just doing Fanatics. Fanatics has made some interesting jerseys in the past. They've made some that, the team don't necessarily use, but they're just fan jerseys. But now we're seeing the Bruins tweet this out. April Fools with a question mark and, that interested emoji. This makes it seem a little bit more credible to me. And although we've seen this account before, very legit from what we've been seeing in the past, they're kind of credit, and going to the Twitter account, you can see there, they're based around logos and uniforms from 2007. And I've seen multiple stuff from them in the past that has been legit. So I do completely trust them, but now the Bruins are putting this out. I kind of feel like this could actually be a redesign. It would be a perfect time to do it, with the Bruins having a much different look next season without Captain Brad Marchand, likely going to have a new captain, really going into a full rebuild mode. It gives the Bruins a new look. Now, will this be a redesign for the whole team? We're not really going to be sure. This, of course, could be something that could go on the outdoor game that we're having next year. It could be something that the Bruins are going to be wearing, every couple games, but we've seen the reports of, these Ray Bourque-style jerseys come back and, possibly being the new look for the Boston Bruins. The old school logo there with the smaller spokes and whatnot have been thrown around as a possible redesign for the Bruins, and a lot of people are calling for it. Although, looking at where we are now, what we have now, I don't know how I feel about this. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, but the Bruins tweeting this out, the Bruins putting out here that, it could be some sort of, or it is at least some sort of new jersey, as they have tweeted out, kind of saying April Fools, but I don't know what to think of it yet. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, but I do completely understand the redesign would come in a great time right now, although you can't really go out and change history, even though it's been done in the past. You're going back to some roots, and I kind of do like the jerseys, but I'm interested to see what the rest of the thoughts are from you guys here in the comments below, so let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about Dans Locmelis as well down in the comments below. Do you want to see him with the Bruins at some point next season, to start next season? I think it will determine about how he plays in the AHL. That's going to be a very big, a big part of this whole plan for next season. We know we're going to have a lot of younger guys, a lot of free agency to come and watch and have a breakdown for when it does come down to it, to building this new team. So I do think that he's going to have a real good shot here with Latvia in the summer at the World Championships, or later on this spring, as well as the Providence Bruins playoffs, which I do recommend all of you guys go out and watch when this does come on and the Bruins season is ultimately over. But that's all I got in this video. If you did enjoy, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. Remember, let me know in the comments below what you think about these jerseys, what you think about the signing, and what other signings from college do you want to see in this offseason. But like I said, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.